Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Before I get into stuffing my envelopes, I'm just going to run through a couple of things if you are new here. I am Irish, I'm based in Dublin in Ireland, and therefore I get paid in euro, which are these notes that you see here. I am a regular salaried employee, so I get paid once a month and I tend to get the same amount every single month unless I happen to do some overtime. I am single and I am debt free. So at the moment I am renting an apartment and I am hoping to purchase my own property over the next couple of months. That's why I got into cash envelopes a few years ago. It was really to help me focus on budgeting and help me focus on saving. So all of that being said, let's jump into the month of May. So first up is my holiday envelopes, and this is an envelope that I have a physical envelope for, and I also have an online envelope. So I can either stuff it here or I can stuff it online if it's a bigger amount. This month I didn't actually stuff anything into holidays. I've chosen to put that money into my savings again just for this month, but for this month there is nothing going into holidays. Then I have petrol, and for the first time in months I feel like my petrol envelope is actually empty. And that is because we finally had some of our restrictions, our COVID-19 restrictions, lifted in Ireland. Since December, we have only been allowed to travel 5 kilometers from our home. So people weren't driving very much. I was driving a bit because my mother lives, I'd say about 10 kilometers from me, I think. So I have to drive to her house. But apart from that, I really wasn't doing that much driving. However, a few weeks ago, they did lift that 5 kilometer restriction. So I have been making the most of that. I was so fed up with my 5 kilometers. So any opportunity that I could go for a drive or go for a walk somewhere different, I was doing it. So for the first time in ages, I actually had to fill up my tank. So there's nothing in here at the moment, and I'm going to be adding €60 this month. So 20, 40, 60. So that's €60 going in there. Next up is gifts, and gifts is empty apart from some coins. So I'm going to put these to the side and I'll deal with them at the end. So gifts is empty because I did have a couple of things in the month of April. I had a couple of birthdays, and then a friend of mine got promoted as well, and I wanted to get her a gift for that. So I'm going to be putting €70 in here. So that's €70 in gifts. Next up is Christmas, and Christmas has 200, so 100, 200, and I'm going to be adding in €50 this month. So that makes €250 in total. So next up is miscellaneous expenses, and miscellaneous expenses is still fully funded. This has €200 in it, so 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, and €200 is the amount that I like to keep in here. If you are new here, this is not the Dave Ramsey emergency fund. This is if I have a bill or something comes up unexpectedly in the month, that I can take it from this envelope instead of taking it from my proper emergency fund, which is for me something that I like to keep for a real proper expensive emergency. This is kind of for a household miscellaneous expenses envelope, I would call it. So there's €200 in here, and I won't be adding anything this month. Next up is hair, and I am so delighted because salons are finally reopening in Ireland next week. They've been closed since December. It has been a long 4.5 months without my highlights being done or having a cut, and my hair definitely needs some attention, so I'm absolutely thrilled. That being said, this envelope is already fully funded. I have €240 in here, which is what it costs for my highlight, my cut, a treatment, tips, parking, etc. So I'm not adding anything this month because I already have everything paid for, but I will be starting to stuff this envelope again next month. Then I have medical, and medical has, I think, 60 or 70. Medical has 70. I'm going to be adding in €30 in here. So I'm going to take out this 20 and put in a 50. So that's the 70 that was in here plus the 30 I'm adding in. So that's €100 in my medical envelope for this month. Next up is my tennis envelope, and I'm not adding anything into this envelope this month because it turns out that I already have my membership fee fully funded. So I wasn't sure what our membership fee was going to be for the next year. Because of COVID, we haven't been allowed to play in months. The club has been shut. It has reopened in the past couple of weeks, which is great, and we finally got told what our membership fee is going to be for the year. So the membership fee is going to be €330, and I know that I already have more stuffed in here. So let's count it up and see what I have. So I have 100, 200, 300, 320, 340, 360, 384, 420, 430. Okay, that's kind of perfect. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to take out €100 and I'm going to actually add this into my savings. So I could put this back in my tennis envelope and roll it over towards next or the following year's membership. But I think I'd rather just put this straight into my savings. As I've mentioned, I'm hoping to buy in the next couple of months. So anything that I can put into my savings or towards my new home, I want to do that at the moment. So I'm going to put this into my savings and I will just restart filling my tennis envelope from next month. So that's 100 coming out of this envelope going into savings. And then I have €330, which I will pay into my bank and pay my tennis membership. Next up is car maintenance, and this envelope is still broken. I haven't made a new one yet because I am going to film a video of how to make your own cash envelopes, and I'll just use one of those new envelopes for this. So in car maintenance at the moment, there is 100, 200, 350, and it is getting €50 this month. So that makes €400 in total. Next up is my spa trip. This is fully funded. I feel like I've been saying that forever, and that's true. I had this fully funded because I was meant to go last year and then all the hotels had to shut. So I'm booked in for, I think, November. Hopefully I'll be able to go, but nothing going in this envelope this month. Then I have eating out. Eating out is empty. There's nothing left over from last month, and I'm going to be putting in €40 in here. So 20, 40. Then I have groceries, and groceries is empty apart from some coins. Again, I'm going to put these to the side and I will deal with them at the end. So groceries is empty and it's going to get €160 for the month of May. So 100, 20, 40, 60. So €160 in there. So next up is my clothing envelope, and I just realized that I actually need to make this €60, a 50 and a 10 into 3 20s for the rest of my envelopes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab my spa envelope and I'm going to swap out 3 20s. So 20, 40, 60, and I'm going to put in this €60 in here. Okay. So as I was saying, next up is clothing. Clothing has €20 left and I'm going to be putting in €20 this month. So that's €40 in total in clothing. Then I have TV license. TV license is fully funded, so nothing going in here. Then I have toiletries, and toiletries has 15 and also some change. So I'm going to put this change off to the side. So there's 15 already still in there, and I'm going to be adding in €20 this month. So that is €35 in total in toiletries. Then I have credit union. Credit union still has €50 in it. I haven't been able to pay it in because my credit union has actually been closed. So I'm not going to add anything in here, and I will pay this in as soon as I can. Concerts and shows has €70 and I won't be adding anything. We were hopeful that we would be able to go to some concerts in kind of June, July, August. I still don't think that that's going to be happen. I'm seeing things starting to get rescheduled for either next year or the end of this year. So I don't feel the need to put anything into this envelope. So this is staying at 70. Then I have apartment stuff, and apartment stuff has €80 left in it from last month. So I'm not adding anything in here. And then finally I have makeup. Makeup has €20 in it and I'm going to be adding in my last 20. So next up, I just need to deal with all of this spare change. So I've shown these before. I actually have 2 spare change jars. I have an owl and I have a unicorn. These are both from New Look and I've had them for years. I like to split out my change because it makes it easier for me to sort, or if I need to pull any change out. So what I'm going to do is take any €2, €1 and 50 cents. And this bigger change goes into the unicorn. And then the rest of the change, so any 20 cent, 10 cent, 5 cent, 2 cent or 1 cent, goes into this little owl. So those are all of my envelopes stuffed for the month of May. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a good month, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.